like my Monday is Mondaying, then it's truly a Monday for all of us.
Yeah, I saw your crazy for you walk out there, and that is certainly you mundane. I don't know if
Yes.
you
That's how I
I don't
cope.
know if you walk around your neighborhood making those faces and singing like that, Liberty,
Yeah.
but better
Okay,
be careful
listen.
because they're gonna make a little phone call to somebody and you're gonna be trotted away, and those boys of yours are gonna be waiting for dinner a little longer than they hope.
My brand of crazy is to match their crazy because the Texas crazy is, yeah, it's a
Crazy.
different.
I'd say you've definitely
Mhm.
reached that level.
Good. Good. I hope they think I'm absolutely balls to the
They'll
wall
leave you
nuts.
alone, right? Like
Exactly. I
that's the,
mean,
that's the thing. Like if you want people to like not like pick on you, or like if you feel like you're in danger or something, just start acting crazy and everyone will leave you alone. Just start
well,
talking to
it's
yourself.
not
Get
only
get a
that. I
little
mean, it's
twitch, you know?
it's also like, if I saw somebody walking down the street singing like a fool, I'd be like, wow, they're happy and they're full of joy, and that's what I want to be. So, that's my
Oh.
brand. Like I put this, I'm trying to make it like fake it till I make it
Hmm.
kind of a thing.
Hmm. Okay.
Anyways,
Anyway.
it's fine. I do
Yeah.
me, you do you, and we do us because you're listening to MLVC, the Madonna podcast, your place for all things Madonna, Louise, Veronica Ciccone. Hi, everybody. It's Liberty.
Hi, I'm Jason. I'm excited to talk about Madonna at the Met Gala.
Well, everyone, I'm excited to go back to Rio. The Met Gala I could sleep through. Good night. Oh, it's Ben. Duh.
Yeah.
And hey, everybody, it's Stefan. Welcome to another episode of MLVC. We are Mondaying here. It's the Met Gala for happy Met Gala day for all of those who celebrate out there.
Mm,
Thankfully, Madonna finally decided to make her appearance on the blue carpet. I think it's a blue carpet tonight. So we
yes.
didn't have to. We can actually pay attention to what we're talking about tonight, as opposed to like Ben having to watch the Met Gala feed. Um, how are we, kids? Are we good?
We're hanging
We
in
are
there.
mid vacation, so I haven't read a work email in like 4 days.
Oh, that's
Cool.
and you've got a sporty new summer haircut. I see there, Ben. You're very girly show ready.
You know, that's my favorite era. Give me a white tank top and some jean shorts and some boots, and
Actually, that's what
Hmm.
the little
I'm a
curl you've
happy
got going on.
homo.
It's very Dita in the erotica video.
Mhm.
Yeah, actually.
Mhm.
Where's your
You-
gold tooth?
Yes.
Uh, uh, in the box under the bed with all the other stuff.
We might have to pawn it if things get a little rough here.
Liberty,
Right.
what swag do you have going on? That's a Madonna tee, yeah?
Oh, this is the Super Bowl one. This is the one
Oh.
that came out, I guess, for the 10-year.
MDNA
Yeah, yeah. Well, it has MLVC, has the Super Bowl, whatever
as it should.
numbers on the back. Then I don't know.
Well,
It's just
Stefan, are we in our Rio t-shirts
Oh,
tonight?
Rio twins,
oh, so
twinning. Yes, we
cute.
got
Her
it.
eyes are right on my tatas. I
Yes,
love
actually,
it.
her eyes right are. Oh no, your titties are a little higher than mine. My nips do not line up to where her eyes are. Actually,
Oh,
no,
my
neither do
my
yours.
nipples
Neither do
are right
yours.
on her eyes. I love it.
Mine are like her hairline. This is an inane conversation. What are we talking about right now? People are
It's
tuning in. They're like, and we're tuning
It's
out.
Monday.
no, they've all been wondering, like, where
They're
exactly
like,
are their nipples
they
under there?
tune in. We're like, her titties aren't where our eyes are. What? Um,
It's a fun
well,
night.
we shan't delay we're edging the crowd too much.
Oh
We gotta
yeah,
get right to it.
They
Just
like it.
rein it in.
yeah. But there's plenties of goings on in the Madonna verse.
You know she'll take you there.
Oh, thank Liberty. Thank you for always entertaining my
Hey,
desire to watch you. I just love hearing you sing.
I live to please. I aim to please. I
One
like
day,
to sing.
one day I figured you're gonna like switch it up and not sing like you'll just surprise me one day and sing something completely different.
She's not wearing underwear. That's what I'm gonna sing next time.
What song is that
I know.
from?
She's
I'm just
gonna.
making up lyrics to.
Oh no! It should be a Madonna song.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
she
but
should. You should do like "Rescue Me." I'm talking. I'm talking.
Well, no, tonight it would be "I'm Going Bananas." But anyway, that's right. Don't just stand there. Let's get to it. It's time for a little This Week in Ciccone. So tonight, obviously, Madonna stuns on the blue carpet at the Met Gala. Will she? Won't she? Was she going to show up? And I was like, yeah, she'll be there. If you looked at the guest list of people arriving, I was like, there's FKA Twigs, there's Maluma, there's Willie Chavaria. I was like, she will be there. There's Demi
Mhm.
Moore, which I don't know if did you see Demi Moore's outfit? It was very celebration tour. It was like she was coming with her own little circle around her, and I'm like, I was just as she was walking in, I was like, when I was very young.
In my feed, there was about 15 people that I didn't know and no one that I did, except for like uh Dochi. That was it. Like,
Really?
oh, okay. Yeah, I just didn't know any. I knew Sabrina Carpenter. Okay, there was that
Yes.
one
She,
too.
she left her pants
But
at
Oh,
home.
and Doja
yeah,
Cat, she looked amazing.
yeah. I don't know. I'm kind
Nikki
of.
Kidman came with is that a real hair short? That's not a wig, right? Like
That
did
looked
she
like a
really cut her hair?
wig.
You don't think so? I thought it looked like she cut her hair, which I thought was very daring of her.
It looked like a wig.
All right, Jason, what do you think? You're you're the hairstylist expert,
I
or are
I
you
I
just
didn't see
fried
it.
from being on national television today?
I didn't see Nicole Kidman. I was really just paying attention. I was constantly scrolling to see if Madonna was going to show up. So, that's the reason why I tune
She
into the Met Gala.
she had the same, you could kind of see the wig line the same as Law Roach's blonde wig. Like when Nicole turned
Chances
in the
are it's a
light, you
wig.
could kind of see the glue a little bit.
Nikki
The
Kidman.
pr-
Yeah.
But okay, so let's talk. What do we think of Madonna's look? From one, do we feel that she fit the theme, which was like
Yes.
tailored to you? I think is what I mean
Dandies and
they were
also tailored
celebrating
to
black
you.
culture and dandyism, and tailored
Mhm.
to you is what uh, Anna Wintour told Nikki Kidman that she had to adhere to. So I
Mhm.
think I think she looks beautiful. Doesn't look very happy, but she looks beautiful.
Yeah, I think Madonna always
Yeah.
does a suit very, very well. A tux style suit. She was made for that because she's so commanding.
Hmm.
And I think suits her perfectly. I think it fits her very well. I like the longer jacket. I love that it's not exactly white. It's slightly ivory.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I love that.
Well, the
Yeah,
shirt looks like it's a very stark white, but then there's a
yeah,
contrast with, yes, the jacket has a little bit of a almost like a golden white.
yeah.
Is
I'm
it
just looking at your
satin?
picture. Hmm. I
I
can't
can't
tell.
remember from the live stream if it was
It looks
satin.
like brocade, the jacket itself. I can't tell for sure, but
So the
Yes,
I
interesting
love
thing
the
about
hair and
this,
makeup.
the interesting thing is that I thought that she was going to be going with Willie. What's their last name?
Chavaria.
Shavaria.
Javaria.
But actually, this is I somebody messaged me, my partner messaged me right before this saying that it was Hader Ackerman who's the new designer for Tom Ford.
Todd
Yes.
So that
Ford.
Yep.
so
Hmm.
that's pretty interesting because I would have assumed that. But in any case, yeah, I think she looks amazing. I think the makeup looks really great. I think her hair is clean, it's simple. I think it's a really good choice because oftentimes the last time, and kind of off camera, Liberty, you were mentioning that it sort of reminds you of that Prince suit. Was that the
Mhm.
last time she wore a suit? But her hair was so big and curly in that. And this is
Mm.
kind of very simple. You see her face. I think she looks very beautiful. And there are a lot of pictures out there of her kind of not touched up, very close up. I think she looks great for I don't even want to say for her age. I think she just looks great. I think she looks like
Hmm.
she's not trying too hard. I think she's just being herself. And the thing with Madonna is that she'll always be so late to an event, right? Like I don't know if it's because she wants to be the last one to show up, or if it's just because she's like chasing the twins around the house and like, getting ready and whatever it is. But she is always pushing that line to see whether or not she's going to show up or not.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, no, I was going to say I think this is very reminiscent of her VMAs with Britney and Christina.
Right.
Mhm.
Like
Right.
put her in a top hat and an actual black suit, and that's everybody comes to Hollywood. Like I mean, even the center part. I mean,
Yeah.
her
Mhm.
hair was a bit more pulled back. She didn't have the wisps like she's got going on, but yeah, but
Well, that
it's
There's a
that was the
bang, I think.
meme that Liberty was mentioning in the pre-show. It's already all over Instagram. Like the minute she showed up, they were making memes about how Madonna was the dandy 20. Oh, I don't want to do that math. Forget it. I don't want to think about it.
She's
Years ago.
you
38.
mean a while ago?
Shh.
Ago.
Last
And I love
week, Brittany deteriorated in 1 week. That's what we're going with tonight.
Does seem
Time
like that.
travel.
Yeah. Hey, it's like they say everything is happening all at once, everywhere,
Mhm.
everything,
Mhm.
everywhere, all at once. So yes, Madonna is kissing Britney and Christina right now as we speak. So
Somewhere in the
in the
timelines.
timeline, yeah,
And she
Yeah.
always looks good with a cigar. Doesn't she always look good with a
yeah.
cigar?
Deeper and
Wayne
deeper.
Mazur, 1992. That was the cover. Was that the same shoot that was the cover of Time and then the Deeper and Deeper
Hmm.
Well, and Ben,
single
if it isn't, they'll
cover?
come for you in the comments. So
I
just
don't
just
care.
remember that.
I've had two martinis. I give zero.
And he's on vacation, all right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh
Let him
my
think.
gosh.
Let him think. If he wants to have the Time magazine cover be the same as the Deeper and Deeper cover, let him have it, ladies and
Let him
gentlemen,
No, they're
have
the
ladies and
it.
same
them.
photo shoot.
Yeah.
That's what I
The
mean.
Wayne Mazur photo shoot. Yeah,
No
yeah,
one's
yeah.
arguing with you, Ben.
But she
Different
We're
loves
letting you
images.
have this.
she loves this accessory. I mean, David Letterman, right? I mean, it's very
Don't make me act a
phallic
fool,
in
Dave.
nature.
Don't make me act a fool.
Yeah.
I
Oh
was
my
hoping she'd
gosh.
smile and have the gold tooth, but she didn't
She may
smile.
do
So
underneath there.
sh
I mean, I think it's
St-
good that she's got more because look, often and it's this is why Met Gala sometimes I'm like sometimes have eye roll moments with this because people ignore the theme and people ignore the idea or the concept behind what and you really do need to if you're gonna go like do it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I think Madonna always does it so well and so many people just kind of miss
Phone it
it.
in.
Don't understand the assignment, you know?
Well, I think a lot of people go to the Met Gala and just want to look good. Like they don't
Right.
actually
They just think
want
it's
to,
a dress up
because
opportunity.
it just takes. I mean, if you're gonna spend that kind of money, like do it right. Like going to
Hmm.
a Madonna concert. Like I'm not gonna wear another artist's T-shirt to a Madonna concert. Like that is just blasphemy. Like
I wore a
if I
Madonna
saw
shirt to the
somebody,
Charlie concert. Okay.
yeah. I
That's
mean,
allowed, right?
that's okay, sure, because Madonna is her elder. It's that's allowed. But like
Yeah.
if you showed up to like a Madonna celebration tour concert and you were wearing like Kylie Minogue, get
Mm.
out. Like
Yeah, that's
get out right now. That is unacceptable.
another to me another sign that's really great about Madonna showing up to the Met Gala is that I think that this is like
Mm.
sometimes the lead in, if you will, about what's
Hmm.
to come and
Oh,
that
look,
there's
who's this? This is Madonna. We remember her.
yeah.
Why? What's she
Oh,
doing? Something's
something's
coming
coming.
over.
Hmm.
Something's coming over. Yeah, we know. We
We're very
know.
hopeful over here.
It's the name of the podcast.
We never let
We
go.
are very hopeful, the Madonna podcast.
Hmm.
Holding
Um,
on.
moving on. So another thing that she did recently was celebrated her love's birthday. Akeem Morris had a
Hmm.
birthday. Girlfriend looked good in that
Oh,
outfit.
yes.
Oh my, the hair was hairing, the outfit was outfitting, the face was facing. I
I
was like,
love that her bra, like, I love that she wasn't wearing black, first of all, like, because it just is. I'm really into the neutrals lately. Okay, not
uh,
today, right?
clearly
But
neutrals on someone else,
on
apparently.
others, they look good on others. They never look right on me. But these sort of like beiges and cream colors, I'm really just think they're spectacular. Chef's kiss. And she looked very, very nice.
What color was that? That was like a
Like a
rosé or a
It
sort of
was
a
blush and
champagne.
Champagne.
bashful.
Yeah.
champagne. Yeah, it
Hmm.
looked
She looks
gorgeous. It looked like she
she
was just like
looks
poured into it.
Yeah.
she looks so happy. I think she likes this one.
Yeah, she
I
might.
really think she likes him. I think she's happy. Did you see the video of her?
Oh,
I know.
Ben,
What?
ben is Ben is overtly not agreeing.
You don't think
I
she's happy?
just uh let's just keep yeah, let's move on. Oh my
No,
Is
God.
look, we should talk just briefly, okay? Because people, it's on people's minds. And I'm only going to say this just because we all just want Madonna to be happy. At the end of the day, we love her and that's why we want her to be happy. But he seems slightly different because he seems kind of funny or just like fun. I mean, like the silly little stories post that she had when she's like, when I tell him he can't have dessert. And he's such a like
it
he
plays
played
along?
in. Yeah,
Hmm.
like I love that for her because you don't want someone who's so like full of themselves that they aren't proud also to be seen with her and his behavior towards her, at least from his Instagram posts as well, also seem now do I know that any of this is solid, real, like for sure thing? No, I don't. But it's nice looking into that window.
I
You want to
agree.
believe that they are.
Yeah, and hoping for
But
her.
I agree with you because I feel like when you do look at his Instagram posts, it's like he has all of his friends, he has his life,
Mhm.
but then he will include her in her posts, in his posts, which I think is kind of endearing. It's not necessarily always the first picture, but he also is not making it that big of a deal. I don't know. I agree with you, Liberty. I'm kind of reading into the metaphors and the symbolism that's in there with this relationship, and
Yeah,
I think she's happy. I hope she's happy.
me too.
No, Ben's like,
Ben's not having it.
I just because it's all social media posts and performative. I don't.
That's the world now, Ben. I mean,
I know,
especially
but
for celebrity.
I guess
I mean,
I
I like
don't
to believe
know.
that, obviously that anyone in a relationship, it's authentic and believable. I mean, we only know what we're shown for anyone. And I mean, I still go back to, I still love that clip when she was, where were they? What bed and breakfast or Airbnb that they were in? He's like, there's not enough
Oh yeah.
towels here for you. And she's like, huh? Huh? And she was like, so she sort of like broke out of character from her like bitchy, like hanging up the phone. And there's not enough towels for you. Huh?
There's a
And
lot of ways, like even in photographs, like there's a lot of looks like that she's giving him. And so, yeah, you kind of think that maybe that is the playfulness side of that they're that they're showing us, which is not that common with a lot of her recent guys over the last, let's say,
yes.
10 years
No,
or so.
All right. Well, Ben,
I don't
Ben
know.
is not in. He's
I'm not convinced. I think I don't know. I'm a big fan, and somebody in the comments just said I want her to be miserable, and I do not. But
why? Why would anyone want her to be
yeah,
miserable?
I would
I feel
not
like we
want her
get
to be
better music when she's
miserable,
happy. Like, look, when she was
right?
pissed, we got MDNA, and there was a lot of people who weren't
Yeah.
happy about that.
The only good divorce album was Like a Prayer. Like
Right.
the other two, like forget it. No. Skip and pass.
Stop it. What?
Mhm.
She was fine when she. Well, no, MDNA was Guy Ritchie.
And
What
Hard
other
Candy.
divorce
Yeah.
album?
hard
What?
candy.
Hard
Um,
Candy was the Guy Ritchie divorce album. It just hadn't happened yet on
yeah, they
paper.
probably already had.
MDNA was all the boy toys that tried to take her money and she got rid of them. Jesus and
Raheem.
uh yeah,
Oh,
Their
okay.
Hey,
brother.
she could have been
I
drawing
suppressed
on
her
all of
names.
it, but
I
Yeah.
still thought MDNA was pulling a lot from her Guy Ritchie. Like Love
I don't
Spent.
know.
I was like,
She's Not
Love
Me
Spent. I just thought Love
is
Spent was
very old. See, I always think Love Sprint is the two young ones who try to get money out of her, and she's like, "Okay, I got to lock up better.
maybe it was
I got
all
to
of them.
MDNA.
It was
It could
it was
be.
all of them, you know?
I would
It
I
was just like it
imagine.
was like an FU to all of the people. Are we
I mean,
even allowed to?
that has to be a
I don't.
constant thing, like worry. Like, does he want me for me or does he want me for my
Mm,
Yeah,
wallet?
and
yeah.
that's why I think that's why the performative part of it is sometimes I'm like, come on, you're Madonna. Just just be that. You know what I
But they're
mean? Like,
but they're in their honeymoon phase. They're like want to
I
show the world.
guess.
True.
Oh, the same person said it's hard to find love when you get older. I'm like, girl, don't I
Well,
know?
preaching to the choir there, whoever said that.
Right? But
I know that
like,
one.
but
People are telling me they're like, "Oh, Stefan, you've got plenty of time." And I'm like, "I don't want to be 80 now and find the love of my life in the retirement home. Like that what
right,
a
because then they're
waste."
trying to get
Like,
your life insurance policy versus the other way
right?
around, right?
Uh-huh. I'm like,
My
I'll
my
be in incontinent pants, unable to like do anything physical, and they'll be trying to rip away my poor nieces and nephew of their inheritance that they're going to get when I finally kick it. By the way,
yeah,
I
I
would like to have Impressive Instant played at my funeral, just saying.
It's on the
It
record.
has been documented.
There we go.
oh, okay, wait. Sidebar before we go to Rio, what the rest of us? What's your Madonna funeral track? Mine's
Mine
deeper and
would not,
deeper.
I'm kidding. Mine would not
No,
be
mine is
Impressive
deeper
Instant.
and deeper.
Oh, mine is
100%.
supernatural.
Oh, so you're coming back to haunt us?
Hell
Is that what
yeah.
you're
And
saying?
people are gonna have sex with me because I'm gonna be a sexy ghost. That's what it's gonna
Oh,
be.
okay. Well, we know Liberty, when you're having sex in the ghost road, please hang a sock on your proverbial door so that we know not to come a
Right?
knocking.
Okay, Jason, what's yours? What's your
I
Madonna
mean,
funeral song?
I think it's just always going to be open your heart. I think it doesn't matter what occasion it is, it's
Oh,
always going to be open your heart.
Ben, what was yours? I didn't hear yours.
It's deeper and deeper. I
Oh,
want
deeper
my
and deeper.
funeral to be a disco in the sky. What the
That's
hell?
Mm.
nice.
Oh
I
no,
want
my
deeper and deeper, and Mariah Carey's Make It Happen. I have a whole playlist when I
Oh, I
die.
love it. Share it
It
with
is
me.
straight up house music from
Sounds fun.
1990 to 1993. It's like a whole playlist. People gonna
Titled
twirl while I turn to dust. I can't. It'll
it's
be
it's titled
amazing.
Ben's Funeral.
Yeah.
The playlist is Ben's Funeral.
Oh no, I literally have this playlist. It's
I'm
my
seriously
all
way.
ready to go.
It's in my Spotify. I listen to it all the time.
send
It's
it in the
amazing.
chat. I need to hear all that. I
No,
need a
I've
bop.
never even thought about that. Mine would not be Impressive Instant. Like that would be such a bizarre song to play at a funeral.
Really?
Like,
I
Maybe
don't think
Skin.
so.
oh yeah, Skin. Oh
See,
yeah, yeah.
Skin, I
He
didn't
loved
add
this
because it's
song.
outside of the time frame.
Candy Shop.
Come on in and
Stefan,
let's
I'm
dance.
logging out right now. Oh my
Just kidding. I don't
God.
even know. I'll come back to the answer, but there's so many.
Yeah,
I
that's
Ugh.
a
don't know.
that's a
'Cause I
thinker.
would. I
That's a
feel
whole
like I would.
episode.
I feel like it would. I would want it to be like relevant to my life, and I don't know. I wouldn't want it to be
Yeah.
sad, but then like dancing at my funeral, or like, are they happy I'm
Oh,
dead?
I listen, the whole thing wraps up with Vogue, and I want everybody out there just like voguing to the house down on the floor, breaking their hips and everything at my
Yeah.
funeral. Please. Oh my God. Anyway,
Um.
sorry.
So
Tangent.
another thing Madonna did since I mean, there's so many things that she's done since we've last gotten
She's
Busy,
been
together.
going
busy
out.
lady.
She's been going out.
She's been a busy lady. Yeah. She was in Lisbon visiting her favorite dentist. So
Mhm.
maybe that's why she was annoyed, Ben. Maybe the dentist didn't get her grills in time for the Met Gala. That's why she
Oh,
wasn't
maybe that's why
smiling.
she's keeping her mouth shut.
Yeah, because she was just like, motherfucker, the
He's
dentist didn't give me.
fired.
Yeah. Yeah. She's not going back to him. He suddenly that dentist is like out of business. No one's ever heard from him. Like Madonna will just disappear your dentist if those grills don't show up on time. So just be careful.
It was nice to see her like out in Lisbon, kind of re reliving a little bit of 2018 uh living room session music. A lot of
Mm.
the Madame X tour people were
Gaspar
there.
was there. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
him playing, and
He's
Yeah,
so cool
Jessica.
now. He's like this whole 70s kind of guy.
Well,
Like
I mean,
the
he's what, 6 years older now, or whatever. Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
careful.
he was like 7. So
Good thing
right,
Liberty's got a husband, or else
I do like him.
she'd be booking that. She'd be like, "Play me a song on a mandolin, please."
Oh my gosh, don't even. Yeah, a
How old
glass
is he
of port
now?
and that
6 years older. Well,
guy.
She was counting the years.
Ah,
yeah, she's like
He's
ripping up.
legal.
Just another day, one day closer. She's like circling her vacation, going to my return to Lisbon.
so dad indeed.
What's legal in Portugal? That's the question.
I don't
18.
know.
There you go.
Don't ask me why I know
After 2 glasses of wine, I don't know if it matters.
that. What was he? 16 when he was on tour with Madonna?
Yeah, something
Yeah,
young like
that
that.
was a while
16.
ago. I mean, yeah, he's
Yeah,
legal. He's legal. It's
he's
fine.
all
It's
grown
fine.
up.
And then she was also in London around Easter time. So hopefully finishing that
Ooh.
album, Stuart
Mhm.
Price. Come on.
Final touches, final touches.
Okay. Can we talk about how funny Stewart was in the
That-
Okay. I know we're going to talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
one
No,
year,
we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll do it.
but we have to talk about how absolutely funny Stewart was. He is so droll and but like also like a little human doll. Like there's something doll-like about him that I just absolutely love him.
Mhm.
Yeah, he's got it was a great like just his line delivery on how he says things. So
Oh,
if you're wondering what we're talking about, if you didn't see, the Madonna had we all got a text if you were in the Celebration Tour arena and you texted the WhatsApp number that was being flashed around the venue to try to win pit tickets. You were then graced with, I think that was the first text we've gotten since
Yeah.
the
You
tour.
got tickets now.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I'm thinking. I was finally getting my.
Yeah, I know. I was like, "What?
I got upgraded.
I'm in the pit." Only a year later, Madonna. Yeah, we got a text from Madonna. It was basically timed at the same exact time her Instagram post went live, talking about, "I can't believe it's been 1 year since her Rio show, and full film to be online soon," or some sort of like it basically made everyone believe that the full Rio show was going to be online. I thought
Yeah.
so. I was like, oh my God, she's popping it on Instagram. No, it was just a little 11-minute behind the scenes pseudo documentary about putting the Rio show together, which I actually really loved. But
It
did you
was
notice
fun.
some of that footage that had leaked like a year ago? Like it was like months and months ago.
Hmm.
That footage of her yelling, like I'm the only one working right now, or something. Like she was
Yeah,
like
I remember that.
that had leaked online, and I was like, so they've been sitting on that for quite some time. But one, I was hopeful seeing that footage because that maybe says something's coming.
Hmm.
Hopefully, but it was fun to see. I love to see behind the scenes Madonna. Always more of that. I could have watched a half an hour of that
Yeah,
footage. Um,
always.
directed by Ricardo, but a lot of that footage, fans in the know who were at the Mexico shows did say that a lot of that footage was not pulled from Rio, it was pulled from Mexico shows. So
Hmm.
the silver lining in my mind was, well, at least we know Jonas has gone through the footage from the Mexico shows and stuff has been edited and culled and put together. So
Hmm.
I'm I do believe, again, we don't know, we're not told, but I do believe we will get tour film in some way, shape, or form. I like to believe it's going to be a documentary with tour numbers plunked in, and then
Yeah,
maybe as like a supplemental thing on the Blu-ray or whatever DVD, what bonus opportunity, we'll get like the Rio show just in full, so we have the whole show, and then
right.
the Mexico shows will be where they pull from, and we'll see the life and almost death story of Madonna, the ups and downs of, and
So
then
it's
it'll,
truth or death instead of truth or dare.
Oof.
oh, there we go, working
Death
title.
or dare,
It
death
does.
or dare, truth or death,
And
truth or death or dare.
it'll end with the release of her new album to show that she's not stuck in the past. She's moving into the future.
Yeah.
Not everyone is coming to the future. Um, but yeah, so did we all like the behind the scenes footage?
Of
Love it.
course. Yeah. I mean,
Well, I don't know, Liberty. You tend to not like things that she does. Well, I have to ruminate on this for a little bit.
no, because that's our, I already have seen it, except for like the behind the scenes stuff, which I like to watch no matter the situation. I like real stuff. Like I don't read books that are fiction. I like nonfiction. Like that's just the type of stuff that I like to read. I like true stories. So, that's why I love reality TV because I'm
Well, that Long Island
basic.
serial killer documentary on
Um,
Netflix that you
That was
recommended was
so good.
so good.
So
God,
good.
so I was
Lord.
riveted. Don't stay up late watching those though. I live in a house by myself and I watch those documentaries
I'm
late at
not.
night and I'm
Oh,
like turning off the lights and I'm like,
help.
oh, someone's in the creepy
He
basement.
went
babe.
Oh,
and
God.
he ended up in Philly,
No.
didn't he? Wasn't he in Philly at
Yes,
some point?
exactly. Then I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I hear something. Like when that possum was out back of my house, and I was like, oh my God, someone's coming to get me. And I'm like, don't turn on the light because you don't want to see the eyes.
Oh, my
It was
Lord.
just a
Yeah.
possum. It's fine.
Yeah.
He
Well,
didn't attack
then
me.
wait
They
until you
can't
find out that
hurt
I
you.
listen to Dateline to go to sleep. But anyway, um,
What?
I have a real
Really?
true crime addiction. It's not
Oh, my.
like
Okay,
I
but
don't know
wait.
why, but it's because of
Did you
the
watch
monotony.
did you
I don't know.
watch the Netflix one about the hotel where they found the girl in the water tower?
Oh yeah, I know that story. She had like a very strange like episode in the elevators before that. Yeah, I know that
That was a
story.
good one. I don't normally like that kind of stuff, but I really enjoyed that
Yeah,
one.
You
what
did
happened
this,
to
Liberty.
her?
Anyway,
By the way, you
my
brought this up. You started this,
my
Liberty.
my favorite part of the behind the scenes was the Pablo guitar and then like the drumline
Yes.
kids.
Mhm.
There, I thought their little instructor was gonna start crying. He just kept saying, "Oh, this is such a big deal. This is so important for them." And they were so excited. And I loved how they were like several of them were like so like gender fluid and so modern. And I'm like, whatever the current political people think they're gonna do, like the world just keeps going forward, and that's
Yeah.
what it made me. And I appreciated that the choice was made to like highlight them and sort of show just all that
Sure.
beautiful artistry. Like they were all so talented and like I remember watching the live stream and, they were out there dancing in the line dance and just, I was like, that's the future. Like, and
Mm,
that's what you can say about her, right? She might look sour at the Met or whatever, even if she's looking fabulous, but maybe that's part of the look. She's giving like boss bitch, like looking the good look, right? But like, it's the future and those kids, like, and you saw it on stage, but then you really saw it in the documentary, and you're like, oh my gosh, just wonderful. I
mm.
really like that part. I really like
Yeah.
that part.
My favorite part of the whole that 10-minute thing, 11-minute thing is just watching her kind of manage every aspect. And like you really forget that she's this tiny little thing. And I find it so fascinating because I think it's interesting. It just feels like she just like kind of propped up half the time. And like people are asking her all these questions and she's like trying on different things. She seems so I know she's super strong, but she just seems so like small in it all. And her voice was exhausted. She was exhausted, and they were just constantly working on the details. And I think that, I mean, again, I always say this, but like that's what I love about her is just her as an artist, as a businesswoman, just that constant, perpetual motion that she has. And she's so strong, and her work ethic is so intense. And you really, I don't know, I saw that. I felt like if that was me, I'd be exhausted. I wouldn't be able to put on a show. Like she looked tired, not in
Mhm.
a bad way. I'm not saying in a judgmental way. I'm saying it just like she gives so much,
Hmm.
and in that behind the scenes, you really saw it. Like she was, she was exhausted, but she
Yeah.
kept
Yeah.
going.
Yeah, well, you figure there's got to be so much swirling around her because there's so much going on. There's, she's a mom, she's a businesswoman, she's singing, she's dancing, she's got costumes, this and that, blah, blah. And it's like, I love that she doesn't even elaborate on some of the answers. Like when people are like, well, what do you think about this? The devil's in the details. Like that's her answer. And like, you just have to interpret what that means. Like, it's not like she's just like, you know what? I think maybe it should be blue as opposed to this or that. But no, it's just like the devil's in the details. And then you just have to go and figure out what it is. And like, I was like, if that was me, I'd be like, what is she talking about? But yeah, I love that I love that she made the Matilda Love, go and work out in the Rio corset because she's like, I don't wear new. It has to be worn in. It has to be
Yeah.
broken in, which I thought was funny. But
Yeah. I mean, and I'm sure the devil is in all those little details. Like it all has to be fluid for her to, you don't want to work out in a stiff corset. I mean, come
I
on.
mean, it makes sense. Like when you think
Yeah.
about it, like of course, like she's got to be able to move in it, and she
Yeah.
wants
She
to
couldn't
know.
really
She
move
wants
in
to
that one
know that
scene.
somebody
She's
could
like,
move in it. Like she doesn't have to do that. That's not her job.
yeah. It's so crazy, really. The little details like that I don't think about. Like, I just because like, when you're getting I mean, I don't go to like all of her concerts, right? So I have like my one outfit and I only wear it that night, right? Or maybe twice. And
You
then
don't pre-wear your outfits before the tour?
I don't. I just put
Liberty.
them. I just put it.
Seriously?
I try it on like once, and then
No,
I'm
you
like,
got to
that's
wear it
fine.
around the house. Like you got to do some stuff in it just to make sure it moves okay.
You,
Like
No, I'm
what
a
if
yeah, you
I
have
wear
to
risk
make
new.
sure
doing
you can,
if you do a
yeah,
deep knee squat in the middle of the
yep,
pit during one of the numbers
You
yep.
and your
know me.
crotch rips out in that, you're screwed for the rest of the show.
You know
You
that
have
that's
to
not
know if you can
happening.
squat over the toilet in it. Come on now.
Yeah.
Oh
You
my
got to know,
gosh.
can you
Yeah.
Vogue in it? You know,
Yes.
like, I mean, can we Kazaki Girl Gone Wild heels
There
in
are
it? Like, you got to
certain things
try
I
out
think
things.
about.
Can we strut down the street to hung up in it? I mean, there's
Am I
so,
gonna chafe? Yeah, those are the things I think
can we
about.
Papa Don't Preach walk up some stairs in the middle of Staten Island to it? Like, you got to try it out a little bit. Hop on a treadmill, put on Love Profusion,
No,
wipe
it's
away the
exhausting.
clouds. Like, I mean, you gotta test it out,
I
Liberty.
put it on my dog first. Wear this bitch. That's what I say. And she does it.
Oh, that poor dog.
I
Wow.
mean, she is a bitch.
Do you yell, are you in my gang at her?
Yeah. Bitches, are you in my gang? I say it to my kids every day. I'm like,
That's
get in
what
the
she's
car.
screaming on the street. That's
Yeah,
why the neighbors are calling the crazy house
Oh
on her.
that's
my
right. That's
God.
right.
Liberty's just screaming
That's
at
how I say
random
it's like
dogs.
that's how I say it's time to go. Like when I take the kids to school
Oh,
in the
your poor
morning.
students. In German, you yell at
Oh
them?
my
No, to
God.
my own personal
Oh,
children.
your own
Yeah.
children.
No, I
Oh,
don't talk to my students. Just business with them.
Liberty's just like on her iPad the whole time. She just looks up for a second just to make
Oh
sure
no,
they're
come
still in the
on. Don't
room.
perpetuate
Please,
that.
if you know teaching in 2025, it's like putting out fires and making these kids stop
Literal fires,
making horse
right? Like literal
noises.
fires.
Yes. It's Teaching in
Just
2025 is
walks
an
around,
actual
pours a cup of
Oh,
water on a desk.
heavens.
cuckoo
Should
Okay,
bananas.
we
But
get to the
anyways, we
let's
show?
all
talk about Rio. Enough about Liberty and her dogs.
oh,
Le-
sorry, derail the things.
um, Rio, obviously, it's the 1 year anniversary from Madonna's
Oh.
still historic. Still historic. So I was extremely busy over the weekend with personal plans and I loved it. I was living and did not have a chance to really check in online until like late last night, early this morning. And I was like, what? It was almost as if like I had been in a bunker and like the whole world ended. And I like came out, I woke up from a fuzzy dream and opened the bunker door. And I was like, where is everybody? What's happened while I was asleep? And that's sort of what happened with, I was like, because Lady Gaga performed in Rio and like
Oh.
all hell broke loose with like Madonna fans attacking Gaga fans, little monsters attacking older Madonna fans. There's like there apparently was a war happening, and I'm kind of glad that I was not aware that it was happening when it was because it seemed like it was something really toxic and miserable. And I'm sorry that people were going through that, and I think that we should all just like love one another and let people have their victories and this that like my thing when I saw this was even if Lady Gaga did have 2.1 million people on the beach watching her performance and it did beat Madonna's record. Okay. You know, like I get it. We all want our girl to be the best. And but you know, times change,
What
things
gets me is
happen.
like 1.6 million is nothing to sneeze at. Like, okay,
Especially at
2.1. Maybe more
65.
people were available. Like, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. I don't think of it. The other thing is, I think maybe some people went, was this one, this was free, right? Like,
Mhm.
just like Madonna's was. Okay, so it was free. Fine. A bunch of people can't afford to see Gaga here. So maybe they went to Rio instead and took a vacation. Who knows how come there's that many more people? But even if there is or isn't, I just can't stand this pitting against each other because I don't think that it is a real thing. They maybe feed it if you want to see that, then you can like see it, right? But I personally don't
Yeah,
think it's real.
yeah,
And
I
let's
don't
just go
get
back to
it.
talking about how bad Katie's tour is.
Right? I will
That's
only
the
say
real tea.
this. Of the Rio shows, I only watched one of them.
Right. I only went out
Um,
of my way to watch one of those.
my take is this. I think it's a brilliant business thing at the end of the day.
Yes.
I
Yes.
don't even see it so much about Madonna or Gaga. I think this is a Brazil tourism thing. It's like let's bring people and awareness back to Brazil. I think it brings a lot of positive attention. It's not a coincidence that it's exactly 1 year later. So this was planned. This is just probably what they want to start doing, and I
Yeah.
think it's smart. And guess what? In next year, there's going to be another really big artist.
Yeah,
I
when
I
think
Beyonce
as
goes, it'll
I
be
heard
like
no, I
three
heard next
right.
year. I heard
million.
next year it's you too.
I mean,
Like
at the end of the day,
these things are
it's just going to
already
keep
in
getting
there. It's
bigger and
already
Oh,
bigger.
in. Yeah.
hell, I would go to
It's going to
see
get
you too.
and
Mm.
so you bring people into Brazil. Tons of money is spent. People love Brazil, and at the end of the day, as Madonna fans, we should just be very glad that she set the bar. She, created the blueprint yet again, and I love Gaga. I think she's amazing.
Me too.
And you know what? More power to you. But also from a marketing perspective, more money was pumped into this one. Like I'm not even shit talking it. I'm just saying, like at the end of the day, it was a blueprint that was figured out. Let's bring in more people, and it's going to keep going. So cool that
Yeah.
our girl did it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
for
the
sure.
people connected to those shows are making boku bucks. The hotels, the vendors, the travel, all that. Like it's great for Rio. Also, everybody forgets all the Rock and Rio concerts that had just as many
Totally.
people. How many people did Tina Turner play back in the late 80s in that one stadium? And it's still the most attended stadium show of all time. Like nobody has surpassed that. So like what are these things even about anyway?
I mean,
I
I get
mean,
it. Like, I get that people want Madonna to always be the best. Like,
Sure.
because they
ugh.
love her. We love her.
Okay,
We
she's the best on artistic merit. We don't need the rest of the stuff. So
correct. Number, you know what? Yeah, I'll take 1.6 million and have the celebration tour over 2.1 and have it be the Mayhem Ball. So I'm just saying. I said what I said, but
Hmm.
I love Lady Gaga as well, but I love Madonna more. you know, I mean,
Sure.
and at the end
Yeah,
of the
it's
day,
whatever.
I,
Okay, back to Madonna's show in Rio.
Madonna show. So I did rewatch a little bit. I didn't get all the way through rewatching
Oh, I
Celebration,
watched
but
the whole
I
thing.
watched most of it again, and I was just in love with it all over. It's
Hmm.
just so wonderful to see, and um, I love
The
that.
addition of the full music with Pablo and the drum
Yeah.
line, that has to be in the concert film. Oh my God, it's so good.
Or at least a
Yeah.
bonus footage or something. I
Oh,
mean, yeah, like if they don't put that in there.
it was so she was having fun and
Yeah,
like
look
it
at her
was just
face.
fun. Yeah, exactly. I was so happy when I saw you had the picture from that night and that she got rid of all the wigs and she just had her
Yeah.
hair out and was sweating like a crazy person. It was great. It was great. I
Looking
loved
Yeah.
it.
back, what do we think? Do your faves numbers from that tour still stand up? Like,
Yes.
did you watch and be like, yeah, I still love this number the most, or did you like,
Yes.
oh, actually, I like this number more now?
I
Yeah.
felt like that. I felt the Rio show was just so well produced. Like I felt like it was all the songs were done so well. I'm glad that this was my take. I'm glad that Crazy for You was the way that it was because it was perfectly pitched. I've heard it a couple of times that it didn't really make it quite so there. But my thing about this show when I watch it, and I will admit, when I not listen to the Virgin tour, I'm listening to this on my way to work. Um, you think about it, it's kind of like she's for the first time she's looking back at her 40-year career. She's gone through this whole obstacle. She's now in Rio with the largest crowd she's probably ever had. And it must have been such a powerful moment for her. I don't know. I don't know. When she performs, I don't know if she comes in and out of kind of being aware versus
Conscious.
just
Yeah.
performing. But it must have been such a moment for her to tell her story in this way at that very moment. So when I watch the Rio show, I'm just really kind of experiencing it from that perspective of just being like, wow, look at what I've done. Look at all these people. Again, like more just like the enormity of it all, the size of the show, the quality of the show, and her being able to do what she's still doing. I mean, it's such a peak moment for her,
Hmm.
especially after that whole the year beforehand, right? So I don't know,
Yeah.
and I really do think that it was just kind of tacked on at the end. Like I'm sure they had lots of plans for it, but just the idea of doing it after a full, world tour. It's pretty incredible that she had this moment. I think what a moment for her.
Yeah. So, Jason, all that said, did you appreciate the effort more after you watched the little mini documentary where they kind of talked about, because the lighting guy, Sinclair, was it Brian Sinclair, talked about scaling the lighting, and Stewart was
Right.
talking about scaling the music. Like, it really made you appreciate the extra effort of something that, because I was like you, oh, they tacked it on at the end, yada, yada, yada. But it seems like and then, oh, just the footage with those kids. I just thought that was so cool that they gave those kids the opportunity and they were just so excited. And, they were probably like, who's that grandma over there? But they weren't. They like knew who it was and like were
Yeah.
engaged with the musicality of it all. It was just so wonderful. But anyway,
Because
Jason,
they are educated properly about Madonna, I think.
yes.
Hmm.
But so did seeing that change your perspective at all or broaden it in terms of
Oh,
like the show?
I think I didn't stop to think about what it would take to make it that show. I mean, I thought about like the what's that time machine thing that during Live to Tell and
Mm.
Ray of Light. I'm just like, how are they going to do that? So that was really my biggest focus leading up to Brazil was how that was going to go. But then yeah, I didn't even stop to think about how they would make it so much larger. And yeah, I mean, I feel like in a weird way, as big as the show was when it was in like a stadium, is that what is it? Arena, whatever it is.
Arenas.
Arenas, yeah.
An arena. It just felt still very, even
It
though it was
was
so
intimate.
big, it was very intimate. And so, how do you translate that on that size? And yeah, it just felt so big. And yet at the same time, she's still telling her story. And I think that's what it is. It's like, I think that's the interesting thing. She's still able to tell the story in that enormity. And that makes it interesting because, and again, I mean, I've seen Gaga's performances online and it's just a lot of chaos, which I love.
Right.
And I think it's great. But to tell a story on that magnitude is pretty, I don't know, it's pretty interesting to do that. And they did such a good job with it. I thought they did a great job with the sound. That's just my take. And the
Oh,
lighting, so
100%.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liberty.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean, I it still is as amazing as it was that night. And I think more impressive to me is that it's already been a year. Like it just that's the part that I think about because like I watch it and catch new things all the time because I don't know if it's because sometimes I hyper fixate on one area or another of or what usually it's hard to take my eyes off of her, but I'm always thinking about things and what's she thinking about. But that was like the cap on such an amazing sort of re-entry into, you know, Madonnaville. I don't know, what do you call it? Like, I don't like
The
to call it
zeitgeist.
comeback. Yeah, it's not comeback because to me, she never goes anywhere. Um, and I wonder if they're gonna call like the new album time a comeback.
It totally will
I
be.
hate that.
I think
Oh,
about that too. In fact, I wondered, I still wonder why the release of the tour film has taken so long. I think
yeah.
that was the thing that I thought of the most when I saw that behind the scenes footage. I was like, okay, so they're cognizant of it. It's this footage has been they've been waiting to drop this footage. It's not like they haven't had it because we saw
Mhm.
two clips that existed already. And I'm like, why are we not seeing something
Oh,
yet?
okay. But remember, we didn't get I'm going to tell you a secret until like 3 weeks before Confessions came out.
The
This is
movie?
not
That's
new. Yeah,
true, because it was
remember,
all part of the promo
that was
But
the
isn't that
Please
what
Tell
re
Your
yeah,
for
reinvention
Confessions.
tour was summer of 2004. That docufilm did not come out until like September-ish. It was late summer, early fall of 2005, and then
Yep.
Hung Up came out a few weeks after because she did Live 8 and then she had the horse accident.
Mm-hmm.
And then she did the Motorola commercial with the new
Biggie,
face.
no.
Yeah. And
In the
you
sling.
know,
She was in the sling and she was
yeah.
in the
And
phone
then
booth.
she like Hung Up came out and was like a global smash. And it was such whiplash because when she was doing like Letterman, she was promoting. Wait, or did I'm going to tell you a
It
secret
came out on
come out
MTV.
after? Did it come out after Hung Up? Wait,
No, no,
let me look it
no.
up.
Don't
I'm
get these
like,
details wrong because
I know someone will
this
like
is
be
what
snippy with me and
it's going
I'll just
downhill
be
from
like,
here
well,
now.
here's my middle finger.
People are gonna be like, there they go again, getting everything wrong. Um, my whole thing is I think it just the behind the scenes footage to me said there has been some thought and consideration into the plan and that that they're timing things for a
Oh,
certain way. So
well, so Hung Up came out first. Then I'm going to tell you a secret.
Mhm.
Then Confessions. Because
Uh,
interesting?
the documentary premiered, Liberty was correct. The documentary premiered on MTV October 21st of 2005. So we'd already heard Hung Up because Confessions came out. That was the first. Oh God, that was when albums came out on Tuesday. So didn't it come out on Election Day of 2005 in America?
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, and then the DVD didn't come out until 2006 while she was on the Confessions tour.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I don't
So,
remember that.
Yeah,
it's
yeah, I remember now. Because
yeah,
That seems rather like a strange rollout plan.
but well,
But
it
that's the
totally
question.
was. It didn't make any sense at the
But that's
time.
the
Like, why did she hold the American Life Reinvention Tour documentary until after Hung Out had
But
already
there's
come
no way,
out?
no, that's got to be wrong because we got the live album for I'm going to tell you a secret as well. There's no way she released that at the same time that Hung Up was out. There's just no way.
That album came out in June of 2006. Almost a year after Hung Up. She was
yeah.
on tour with the Confessions tour when the live album I'm Going to Tell You a Secret came
Okay,
out.
well, someone in the chat will correct us if we're wrong. So,
my question is,
Mm.
I don't even know. I don't even know if she does things so like this, like how we would think that
She
she would do
used
it.
methodical.
to. She
Yeah, I think
used
she
to.
literally just like as soon as she's finished it, it's gonna come out. Like I don't think there's any.
Mm,
I think God is in the details, and so it just takes forever.
but hold up. Like the original Maverick contract, because I remember from Entertainment Weekly back in the day when she signed the original deal with Warner that created Maverick Records and all that stuff, it talked about the
The
whole,
timing.
well, the timing as like multimedia experiences, right? So that,
Right.
and the whole notion was to have erotica, body of evidence, and the sex book all be sort of like this large body of work, not realizing that at the time of the election and everything, it would just implode on her. Yeah, Confessions came out November 9th in the States. So the movie debuted on MTV in between the debut of Hung Up,
That's so weird.
which
I
She
don't.
was
came
just
out.
everywhere, though. That's what I
Oh,
remember at
Right.
the time. Just
Right.
like
Right.
literally
it
everywhere.
was,
Right.
yeah.
TV show after TV show after TV show.
Oh, we
So
got some
different
good
now.
live
Amazing.
performances during the
Great live
Confessions
performance.
era.
Yeah.
Oh,
And on various, not on like the same stuff all the time. It was MTV was still in love, with putting her out. And um wasn't there something? I feel like there was something on
Yep.
NBC with
Oh yeah. With
what?
what's oh no.
oh,
Like
that was the reinvention tour, wasn't it? Wasn't it supposed to come
Coke.
out and
Okay,
she didn't like the
we have
listening?
officially
Maybe.
entered senior moments. Like we are all having senior
Hush.
moments right now.
Shh.
This is
Shh.
really, we need
Shh.
to stop this. Everyone needs to go
Anyway,
to
back to
bed,
Rio.
needs to have a full night of rest. And
But that's
Uh-uh.
this is all an interesting point because okay, now things are put out differently. They don't come out on
right.
MTV. That's not a thing. It's YouTube. Okay, great. So what's this going to be? This sort of where does this little mini documentary fit in with where the eventual tour could I mean, that putting out that tour mid album promo might be great, just like that Confessions era that we were just talking about with I'm going to tell you a secret. It's something she's already done, but people are hungry for more. They're going to buy more if more is available. I think
And
that's
this
actually
is
kind of smart.
a greatest hits sort of thing, right? So it's like you have the new stuff that everybody's gonna love, but at the same time, you're gonna be reminded of all the hits that she did with this tour.
Right. I think it's actually quite clever. It's maybe
However,
kind of older
remember,
business model.
we never got more than the laser disc of Blonde Ambition. If it weren't for YouTube, most people would never have seen the Blonde Ambition tour.
well,
Well,
truth or dare, I mean, you would have gotten the
right, but the
clips.
full
I know it's
Not the
show.
clips, it's
same.
clips.
Not the same.
Well,
Yeah, I mean,
The HBO show, I had recorded it on VHS
You well,
on HBO.
oh, okay, yeah, and
and somebody else would have recorded it over it like 10 years
Yeah,
later.
Liberty would have
exactly.
been like, "Give me that tape. I need to tape my night what is it? Dateline?
I still
They're
have
doing a
my
Dateline double feature.
VHS,
I need a VHS tape. Give me the Blonde Ambition."
my
In Canada,
recorded Blonde Ambition.
they would play the Blonde Ambition tour live from Spain. Spain? Did you
Oh,
ever see that one?
wow.
She had big fluffy curly hair, and they played it
No.
like all day long, and it was constant. So yes, correct. There was no obviously no DVD or no commercial release, but she does have all these different versions of it that came out in Tokyo. There's,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, Barcelona, that's the one.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
New
she has the
Jersey, New Jersey.
Nice,
Oh, but thank
Dallas.
God for YouTube. Where would we
Right.
be without YouTube to have access to all that? And the loyal fans, if any of you are watching, we appreciate you. Um,
Woo. Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean,
If without YouTube, we wouldn't be live right now. I
That's
mean,
right.
well, but just like all the people like you that had the VHS of the HBO, or as Jason just mentions, because it aired in different countries on different local, because TV and cable were different then. So
hmm
people,
And I
that's
think
how they got all these versions. People recorded on VHS and then digitized it. Like, I mean, that it's crazy that her people don't. I mean, I'm sure they have well, maybe they have the film footage. I don't know if that stuff got destroyed in the Universal fires or not.
Mm.
I
But
think that might be the frustration here also is that remember how she would launch stuff and it would be so innovative and so cool, like the way she did things for so long. And I think now, and I don't listen, I don't know if it's management, I don't know if it's she doesn't care or whatever that it is, but I think that they do launch things differently. So you lose some of that excitement that we always used to have in our generation, where you would wait, and anticipate. Now it's just like it just drops and it's,
Well,
you don't
but
have
Jason, it's
that.
also budgets. Like
True, true.
years ago, I mean, from a business perspective,
Mm,
back in 1990,
mm.
they would give her an advance because they
Right,
knew that she was going to make the money back on album sales. They don't
Mhm.
exist anymore. Album sales
right,
are so in the toilet. It's ridiculous. Like they think 50,000 album sales is like success, like where it's like a million would be like unbelievable. But like now people are like happy if they make 50,000 album sales, if
no,
that.
you're totally right.
And that's
So
the
you're
thing. So
missing
like
that
the record
excitement.
company doesn't want to be like, well, we can't give you
Right,
$1 million to do this new luxury video because you're not going to make it back in album sales. And Madonna's not going to put it up, So she's like,
right,
Ricardo, get me the iPhone.
right.
Yeah, and they
but
go into a parking garage down the street and they rent a car and that's the video, like the frozen on fire, and that's the video.
Yeah, they
and that's
rent a
the thing, it's
container
like
and film in that.
I think we just missed that, right? Like those were amazing moments when there was a budget to create that hype, to create that excitement that we would all look forward to. And you're right, now it's just different now. So we shall see when she launches all of this stuff.
Yeah, I mean, her look at the Met Gala is telling me there's something's coming. Like that face is like, bitches, just wait. Like mother's ready. She's her
or she
face.
just got a text from Stuart and he's like, "Love, it's a mess."
Oh yeah, I
No,
think I think she definitely wore the grill tonight, by the way. I just caught a little
Oh, did she?
mm.
Is there a
Oh,
picture
are
A
there other
there's
pictures?
video. Yeah, there's
of her wearing the
video
grills? Well, what's she doing?
of her
Tell us. Come on.
speaking. You can tell. I don't know what she's saying. I'm just telling you like what I see in the video. Like
Oh,
she's
just send them in the
hold
group
on.
chat.
Yeah, seriously, we'll
Yeah,
be
I'll
in the
send it
group
to you.
chat. Okay. Ben, anything in the chat happening that we need to know about
I
before we
I
go?
don't know. We've gotten distracted by a whole conversation in the chat about how many of us were in the parking lot of the Palace at Auburn Hills for the Drowned World shows,
Oh my gosh.
which is like August of 2001.
Oh, Ben. So now look, Madonna Australia just posted a clip of her with Akeem and Willie Chavaria, and she's smoking the cigar, and she looks very pleasant. So maybe
Okay, good.
she looks
Maybe she
fine.
just doesn't like the photographers yelling at her. She prefers to
Exactly.
yell at them.
Did you hear
I'll
all
be
of them?
honest.
Over the shoulder, over here, chin up, chin up. I was like, Jesus Christ,
She
come
should have
on,
just
people.
flipped him the bird. She would have gotten, well, then Trump probably would have tweeted about her. Well, that might be good because she could hold her own against him and go
Mm-hmm.
off.
Oh, Harper's Bazaar posted. Okay, she's smoking. She's a hand in her pocket. Oh, she's looking fierce. Oh, oh yeah, she looks good, Ben. I'm gonna forward. She is wearing grills.
Yeah,
She is
send
wearing
me
grills.
anything where she doesn't look like she
The
wants to
pants
kill
look
her
good. The pants
assistant.
look good. Oh yeah,
Oh, I
oh
love
Or
yeah,
those
she's wearing grills.
oh
pants.
yeah. She's giving attitude. I'm
She's
sending this to the
serving.
sending this to the chat now. Here
Attitude.
we go. I'll send it to Jason as well. Um, but yeah, she looks good. Don't worry. Life is good.
Okay. Wait, so back to Rio.
The face is
We
very
didn't get Liberty's. We
2004.
didn't get Liberty's favorites from Rio.
Oh gosh, I mean music for sure. And I don't know, there's little things. It's not necessarily like the songs themselves. It's like things like the wig kind of melt and like just the feeling of happiness. It's not really because I just like all of the performances and I'm excited. Obviously the music was inspiring music. It was not something we'd seen in the actual show, right? So, or in the ones that we saw stateside. And so I was very
Oh,
excited to
Liberty,
see
in your
that.
clip, she turns around. Somebody was screaming to her, and then she's like, "Hi, how you doing? I'm good." That's what she says. I'm lip
Oh,
reading.
okay.
Yeah. So she's smiling. She's smiling. She looks good.
Stefan's not here with us anymore. He's off
Yeah,
I'm
he's
looking at
back.
gone
I'm
off to.
back.
footage.
Yeah, I've
It's
gone.
hard when Madonna looks
When Madonna's
is
doing something,
yeah, and we're just sitting here yapping about
yeah, I know. She's living right now at the same
yeah.
time as us. Aren't we lucky? Like, we're
Yes.
We
just so fortunate.
are. We
Jason, thank you
are.
for representing with the Rio, the
Yes,
soccer
I've got my
jersey.
Rio shirt.
I'm surprised you haven't cut the sleeves off.
I think I'm like one of the only people who bought it. I got the blue one and the yellow one,
Did you get
and
both?
it just sits in my closet. I never wear them, so this was a perfect opportunity to wear it because I have not worn these
What's
before.
on the back? Is it her? Is it
It's her
her?
name. Can you? Oh,
No, you have
can
to
you
turn
see?
around. You have to turn around. Come on. It's okay. We won't objectify your butt.
Can you see it?
Madonna, what's the
Yeah, it's
number?
It
Madonna
says
40.
40.
Yeah.
40. Oh, okay. You keep disappearing.
Sorry. One last note about this tour. I think the Rio show was, and Liberty, you said it. Finally, that wig during Bad Girl was clean. Like it took an entire tour to get that wig figured out because I'm sorry. And even in this version, it was like it's she still looks like a cartoon character with it.
Yeah.
I just didn't love that choice. I just feel as though I obviously get it. I get the reference, but how you can anyways, I'm not even gonna say it because it's gonna come back at me, but I just feel like it could have been done better. That's all.
Yeah.
Put a little root on it or something that was missing on it. It was just
Mm.
a little off.
You need a
Hmm.
shadow root. Okay.
Something. She never doesn't have roots. Like, why are you gonna give her that wig this
Well,
entire
those
time?
days are just long gone. I mean, the yellowy blonde from Blonde Ambition era that, there were times where there were no roots, then only when she had it like freshly
Yeah.
bleached.
But
See,
I loved how
okay.
different how different she looked from section to section. So she
Of
came out
course.
Yes.
with her natural
But
hair and looked one way, and then when she took off her, my name is Dita, and she was wearing that wig, it was such a different contrast to the look she was just doing. And then, like it was.
right,
I
but
hear you, but
I interpreted that wig in that whole second section as like drag. Like that was a
Mm.
drag wig. And she was sort of performing like a early to mid 90s Madonna drag, all the way down from the wig to that slip to even
Yeah.
just the choices in the songs and the way they were sequenced. Like to me, that was like it was like a drag performance.
I see
Interesting.
that.
hmm.
I'm also looking at it from a very technical perspective. So
Right.
I actually prefer that approach because that I can digest. I can't digest her going, oh yeah, this looks super like how I did back in 1992. I'm having a hard time with it. That's all.
Right. And I think that that's a fine line because if you know, you know, it had to be hard for her to decide exactly what that section was going to look like and how she would appear. But I think she did it right because it doesn't try to be super true to that erotica era or the sort of early 90s bad girl sort of thing, even though the bad girl, the bouffontness part is in the wig, but it helps to kind of separate that and make
Totally.
it look like she's performing as herself sort of in a dream, kind of like telling the story. It's
I
yeah,
sort of thought it was like where she thought Louise Oriole would look like in her 60s.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
a drag
totally could
queen.
be.
No, she didn't look like a she did not have drag makeup in that. She looked very fresh faced and
But
natural.
in her 60s, she was going to.
I just felt like, like what would Louise look like? Like is she still, and I know she's not
She's
having
dead. I thought she's dead.
No,
if
that's
if
Rebecca.
no, if Christopher Walken so Christopher Walken, if he was, well, I guess he's not a ghost because if he was a ghost, he'd be having sex with Liberty because Liberty'd be dead. Um,
Supernatural.
but maybe Christopher Walken somehow orchestrated the ambulance to come and help. Oh no, they did. They take her out at the end. Yeah, she
She's
is dead.
dead.
Maybe
She didn't
she
make it
comes
to her
back to life. Maybe
60s.
she comes back to life. Like,
Oh
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
that's
okay.
right. How could it be
maybe she
forgotten?
Yeah, she
reincarnates or
did
something.
die.
She's
Hence,
dead.
she's now a drag queen.
She came back as a
That's the
drag
only
queen.
way she lives on is drag queens.
Okay, we're
See,
ending
I
this.
need somebody
This
whose drag name is Louise Oriole and goes on RuPaul's Drag Race and literally just does Madonna erotica drag the entire season.
Would
They would
win.
win.
Would win.
Even though Madonna will not give RuPaul the time of day, RuPaul and Michelle Visage would sit there and just like flood their basement every week, and that person would win. That is my theory.
all right. We're gonna end this show because we've gone off the rails multiple
But look,
times.
That's what the
we're
people are
just
here for.
commemorating that there was,
Yes,
that
yes.
this was a whole year.
All right, favorite number from Celebration Tour Rio. Ben.
Oh, Bad Girl.
Liberty.
That's so good.
Music.
Mm.
Oh, from
Jason.
Rio. Oh shit.
Uh, and I wanted to tell this story also. So open your heart always. And I don't know what's the name of the Italian dancer who dances in Open Your
Daniele.
Heart? Danielle.
Daniele. Hmm.
He once went on Instagram and said, "What?" Asked me any question, and the question that I asked him is, "What are you thinking about when you're dancing during Open Your Heart?" And he answered it, and he said, "I am the grown-up version of the boy in the video."
Oh, cute. Day
Like, I
mate.
love that. I love that so
Mm.
much.
Hmm. We'll
So
see if
that's
we could
always my
if
favorite.
he would come on our show, he could tell us that story.
What's
Oh yeah, and
yours?
if you didn't, I mean, look,
Yep, Stefan, what's yours?
from Rio, I have to say, I honestly, I love the opener. Nothing really matters. What I remember watching Rio as we all were live, and when you hear all of the
The
Brazilians
roar.
screaming the lyrics back to her, and because of the way the sound echoes, they're singing it slightly after her. I was like, what is that sound? Like, I thought they had done something wrong with the sound, and I was like, oh my God, that's the crowd singing with her. And it was
Mhm.
just so comforting to sort of hear that, because like, yes, I sing along to her, and like, you can go to a show and when you're in a concert with her. But then there's also, like, I remember when I was in Paris seeing Celebration Tour, everyone around me was not singing, and I'm like, what? How are you? Why are you not singing? Like, it was such a docile audience. And so hearing the Brazilians, I was like, yes, that's the audience, like, that's the energy we want.
Yeah.
um
Actually, one of the favorite moments is right before Live to Tell. The camera zooms in on these two Brazilian guys who are like these muscular, hairy, beefy guys, and they're like making out. I'm like,
Oh, it
is
was
that
wonderful.
I'm like, is that on purpose leading into Live to Tell, or is that just like a cameraman who just happened to get the
right.
shot?
Yeah,
It
I
was just
thought that was
funny.
weird too. I was like, okay, and they were really going at it too. Like, they were having a good time in Rio that night.
We didn't mind.
No, we did
We
not.
didn't
No,
mind.
no, I'm not objecting at all. No, it's
No,
like, you go,
no.
boys. Um, well, that's our little trip down Rio memory lane, and
Mm.
yeah,
Tangent
like
lane.
like I said, I still think it's historic for her and always will be. Like, it was a great moment. I think, cherish that and hold on to it, and just, think what's coming down the road, hopefully very soon. Oh,
Mm.
and teasing, Liberty, we forgot. So, for those of you who've been waiting and waiting for the full version of our current season 7 theme song, Madonna is Unstoppable, if all goes according to plan, that should be out on Friday. So you'll get the full song, Madonna is Unstoppable. And
How did I
yes,
forget?
Liberty does do her own Samantha Fox British
Oh,
accent impression. So
Oh,
just
excellent.
just you wait. It's a bit of a nod to the 80s, and a little Samantha Fox attitude. We were channeling that when we were putting that song together.
I wanna
So,
have some fun.
yes, so just, of course I love you. That's Liberty. Liberty brings
Mhm.
it. It's so
Samantha
good.
Fox.
We will tease. I haven't gotten the confirmation email from the distributor that it's going to come out, so it might not be Friday, but hopefully very, very soon. And
Very soon.
you'll have a new little Madonna bop in your life,
Yes.
so you can.
To bring you into summer. Just to
Exactly, a
push you
little
in
summer
there.
bop, to distract us while Liberty and I finish the rest of her album. So.
I thought you were gonna say that that was coming out. I was like,
No, no,
Stefan,
no. We're
not
not. We're
quite
not ready yet.
ready.
No, we're not. We still have a couple. We have to tinker a little bit on some of those.
Yes.
Yeah, but good things are coming. Remember, everybody, you can find us on all social platforms at MLVC Podcast. If you'd like to donate to the show, we're on Venmo at MLVC Podcast. We've got those Zoom subscriptions to pay for, people. This shit ain't free. And if you'd like to, you could also donate via Super Thanks. Click that like button on YouTube. International donations accepted. And if you've not yet subscribed to our YouTube channels, take that subscribe button so you never miss a video. And if you've tuned us out, I always wonder if people even listen to this stuff at the very end, where they're just like, oh, here comes the donation talk, and they end the episode. So I'm always like, we should hold some really good
No,
gossip until
can
after.
no.
So
We literally have the most people watching live that we have the whole entire 68 minutes we've been going
Oh,
by.
well, better late. It's like Madonna. They show up at the
Okay,
end.
now they all started logging out.
Yeah, yeah. They're like, okay, and see ya, and see ya.
The stream caught up with the like, give us money, and they were like, peace.
Yeah.
But guys, breaking news. Madonna is now. No, just kidding. See?
Yeah. And for those of you who stuck around, Madonna's coming live from the Met Gala. Welcome, Madonna. Like
Madonna said, tariff this.
yeah, or this is the time where it's like Jason starts flexing his biceps, or Liberty starts, Ben starts shaking his, who knows? We don't know. Yeah, exactly.
We find out where those nipples really are under the
No,
shirt.
they're right here.
Oh God, don't play with them. I think we'll get banned on YouTube for that. All right. Until next time, everybody, remember, nothing really matters. Love
Is all
is
you
all we
need.
need. Until next time. Kids, stay where you're at. Don't move. I have to I have to end the live. How do I? And I'm forgetting how to end the live stream. Here we go.
Oh my
Stop the.
goodness.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
It's
and the attendance just went like way back up again.
we're Mondaying.
Because
We're
they
Mondaying.
think we're gonna be doing
Yeah.
total